Welcome to SS1 Music. This lesson focuses on Nigerian art music and its composers, a vitally important part of Nigeria's cultural heritage that is directly assessed in WAEC music written examinations. Nigerian art music represents the synthesis of traditional Nigerian musical idioms with Western compositional techniques, producing a unique and powerful body of work. Art music, also called classical music or serious music, refers to music created within a tradition that emphasizes compositional skill, formal structure, and notation. Unlike folk music, which is typically transmitted orally and created anonymously over generations, art music is composed by identified individuals who notate their works for performance by trained musicians. Unlike popular music, which prioritizes immediate commercial appeal, art music typically engages with complex musical ideas across extended time periods and is designed for concentrated listening. In Nigeria, a tradition of art music composition emerged in the late 19th and 20th centuries through the work of composers who received formal training in Western music, through Christian missionary education and later through music conservatories and universities, and who then used their technical skills to compose music rooted in Nigerian musical identity. This movement sought to create a distinctly Nigerian art music that would stand alongside the Western European symphonic and choral tradition. Several composers were pioneers of Nigerian art music in the 19th and early 20th centuries. Thomas King Ikondale Phillips, born in 1884 in Lagos, was organist of the Cathedral Church of Christ in Lagos for over 50 years. Phillips composed anthems, hymns, and keyboard works that incorporated Yoruba musical idioms within Western harmonic and contrapuntal frameworks. His choral anthem Emi Maimo, Holy Spirit, is among the most celebrated examples of early Nigerian art music. Fela Sawand, born in 1905 in Oyo, studied music in London and worked as a jazz pianist and organist before developing a major career as a composer. His most celebrated orchestral work is African Suite for String Orchestra, composed in 1944. African Suite incorporates melodic material from Nigerian folk songs and is the first major orchestral work by a Nigerian composer to receive performances in Europe and America. Sawand was later appointed the first professor of music at the University of Nigeria Ibadan. Akin Yuba, born in 1935 in Lagos, is considered the founding figure of contemporary Nigerian art music. Yuba studied in London and San Francisco and developed the concept of creative ethnomusicology, the use of African musical materials, including traditional instruments, scales, rhythms, and structural ideas, within a contemporary compositional framework. His compositions combine Yoruba musical language, particularly the dondon talking drum, with Western chamber and orchestral music. The tradition pioneered by these composers continues through the work of later generations. Samuel Akpabot, born in 1931 in Ikot Ekpin, Akwa Ibom State, was a musicologist, broadcaster, and composer who documented and composed in the Efik and Ibibio musical traditions. His works include Cynthia's Song for Orchestra and Three Nigerian Dances. Joshua Uzoegui, a student of Akin Yuba, composed chamber and vocal works drawing on Igbo musical traditions. Christian Onyeji is a prominent contemporary pianist and composer who has developed a concept called Igbo neo-traditional music, drawing on Igbo melodies, rhythms, and scales in contemporary art music context. His piano works incorporating Igbo folk music are widely performed in Nigeria and abroad. The universities of Nigeria have been central to nurturing Nigerian art music. The music department at the University of Lagos, University of Nigerian Nsukka, Obafemi Awolowo University Ife, and Ahmadu Bello University Zaria have produced generations of composers, performers, and musicologists who continue to develop Nigerian art music. Nigerian art music typically exhibits several distinguishing characteristics. Use of indigenous melodic material. Composers draw on the melodic vocabulary of Yoruba, Igbo, Hausa, Efik, Ibibio, Arobo, and other Nigerian folk and traditional music. Incorporation of traditional rhythmic patterns, the complex polyrhythmic structures of West African music, including the talking drum rhythms of Yoruba dondon music, appear in Nigerian art music compositions. Use of call and response. The fundamental structural principle of most West African music appears in art music context as a dialogue between soloist and ensemble. Tonal languages and music. In Yoruba and some other Nigerian languages, the tone of a syllable changes its meaning. Yoruba composers in particular create melodic lines whose contours mirror the tonal inflections of the Yoruba language in the text. Synthesis of traditions. The deliberate and skilled combination of Western compositional technique with Nigerian musical materials creates the defining quality of Nigerian art music. Today we covered that art music is composed by identified individuals, notated for trained performers, and engages with complex musical ideas across extended forms. Nigerian art music synthesizes Western compositional technique with Nigerian musical traditions. Pioneer composers include T.K. Phillips, Emi Maimo, Kora Anthems, Fela Sound, African Suite for String Orchestra, first major orchestral work by a Nigerian, and Akin Yuba, founder of contemporary Nigerian art music and creative ethnomusicology. Key characteristics include use of indigenous melody and rhythm, polyrhythm, call and response, and tonal language text setting. For your examination preparation, write brief biographical notes on each of the 3 pioneer composers covered today, noting their birth year, principal work, and contribution to Nigerian music.